Fake news, fake indeed. Richard, are you excited? What's happening in your world right now?
Well, I got to say that I find it really disturbing that Trump is with us right now, and especially because you think he was the guy on Celebrity Apprentice in America for a number of seasons, so he's used to this whole reality thing. So actually, it's kind of cool that he's with us because he knows what the real deal is or what the fake deal is, right? Don't you?
Huge ratings, by the way. We had the biggest ratings, and I believe, Richard, you were in the Australian version.
Can you give me the famous catch line?
You're fired. You're fired, Richard. Fired.
I love it. Brings back such precious memories, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Richard, behind the scenes on Celebrity Apprentice, was there much fraternizing and liaising with the other contestants, or did you guys just fucking not want anything to do with each other? Because on Big Brother,
I think the show's starting. Oh, look at that set. We'll get back to that. Looking pretty schmick. A lot of clouds. Yeah, we fraternized a little bit. We all stayed in the same hotel, so there was some late night slumber parties, but I can't see there were any hookups. Were there any hookups in your house, Michael?
Everybody. You had to root Big Brother and Sonia Kruger before you could get in.
Oh, wow.
How did that
what are you doing? I'm home and away. All I've got is home and away. What are you guys watching? This is all I've got.
Oh, no, you don't have it starting? Isn't the show starting, or is this I think it's starting.
I think it's starting. I think this is it.
This is fake news.
I'm having to flick through.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting. We're getting to meet all the people. It's heavily produced, I will say. Where's the guy that posed nude? That's what I want to see.
Curly could probably help you out right now. Let's see that top.
No, I've been looking forward to checking him out actually. It looks like there's.
Is this a commercial for it, James, or is this the actual show?
All the intros.
Right. Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
There we go.
Daniel. He's
he's letting me down.
Oh. I wonder how much Sonia's making for this show.
Oh, it'd have to be as much as Pete Evans was making, plus more.
Plus more, absolutely.
Slightly racist, not just completely batshit insane.
I think she said that she took a pay cut to go from 9 to 7. But I guess when you're given the flick, what do you have to do? No, I'm joking. She was not given the flick.
Well, going from 700,000 to 500,000 probably isn't too much of a pay cut for most people.
Yeah. She's very popular at 9. Always such a nice gal. I will say that. You know better. Was she on your show or was Gretel on your show?
No. We had Sonia. We were the first one with Sonia. She was unbelievably nice. And it's Sonia Kruger. It's Tina Sparkle. So the whole time, anytime we had any sort of interaction with her, it was just because we were still nobodies. Also, we didn't really get to interact because it was mostly like this. We were talking to a television screen.
Yeah. What do you think of the fact that this year it's pre-recorded as opposed to semi-live like yours was?
I've got so many questions.
I'm semi-live all the time.
I'm
always
surprised
semi-live.
Okay, here they go. Oh my God, here comes the first victim.
Oh, there she is.
There she is, looking good, actually.
Sonia Kruger. Love her.
This is that guy that is allegedly the worst driver somewhere. That's his big claim to fame. He says, I am the worst driver, I think is in Adelaide. That's right.
I don't even have my learners, though, so technically I'm a worse driver.
Yeah, you probably are. I don't think he's going to get laid in there. I'm just saying, not my particular taste.
Well, here's my question about this. Yeah. Okay, so first, I heard that Big Brother got cancelled halfway through coronavirus and everybody got sent home.
There were a lot of rumors about that. I heard that they were in the middle of the coronavirus and then they went in and said, the zombie apocalypse is outside. This is what's going on, but we're going to trudge on through and not have anyone who hasn't already been in and out come in and out. That's what I heard.
I would have thought. I can understand that. Geez, Sonia Kruger defies age, doesn't she?
Oh God, yes. Yeah.
Would she almost be 60 now?
That's a quick Google search. I would say she's probably, let's say,
Late 60s.
Is no, not late 60s. No. She's no. I say she's 53. What do you say?
She looks younger than this Kieran guy. This Kieran guy does not.
Richard's always got Wikipedia open in the background, so I'll double down on Mr. Reed and say 53 as well. I'd say he's spot on, absolutely spot on. Trumpy,
is it 53?
I just want to say I think I'm watching an episode of Star Trek. What is this? Science fiction?
That's
Seriously.
an outfit she's got there. And I think this guy might have some form of attention deficit disorder or something. I think
there's some issues.
I don't know him yet, but I think I would get irritated by him very quickly.
Can I just show you what I'm watching to see how far behind I am, you guys?
Okay.
To the right channel.
What is that? Is that a traffic circle?
He's a brave.
Oh,
Am I behind?
He's very evasive.
you're a little bit behind.
This is annoying.
It looks pretty good, I must say. It looks really quite beautiful.
Wow. Looks
What do
like
you
my
think,
bedroom.
Trumpy?
Looks exactly like my bedroom, except we got a bigger pool.
Yeah. Well, you're into water sports, so you must need a bigger pool. Yes, I said it, Bevy.
Russian water sports, I hear. The water's better in the Ukraine, they say.
Yeah. So he's the I guess this guy, they're going to really feature him because he's the very first guest. The first person on the show is usually kind of tipped to be a major player, I've always found, because they need a real big personality right out of the gate.
Well, I was first person in my season.
Well, there you go. Hey.
Oh, God damn it. And the reason I think what they get is someone who knows how to just exist by themselves, because it's when the first person walks in, there's 30 minutes of you alone in the house before they can rotate and get because they need you to go through, and they never tell you this because you don't know if you're going to be first or last. You have no idea, but you walk in and you sort of, if you've got half a brain, you realize you need to sort of narrate. You can't just be sitting there thinking in your head, oh, that's cool. I wonder what this is. You've got to sort of talk your way through everything. So I think they make an informed choice as to who the first entrant in the house is.
And you had never done any kind of TV before you went in Big Brother, right?
No, I'd finished university and I was working as a junior copywriter at a little ad agency in Brisbane. Right. I'd never done anything on TV.
Did you just kind of sense, or did they tell you, can you kind of talk us through what you're seeing before they pushed you in?
Well, no, I just thought about what would people watching be thinking. And if they were like who wants to watch some, there's eye candy and then there's not eye candy. And I'm pretty aware that I wasn't eye candy. So I'm sort of just like, well, I've got to offer something. And making gags about stuff is probably a better way to do things. And 30 minutes.
I will say, though, I think you're better looking now.
Well, I think I lost.
He has ripened.
You've lost a lot of weight, huh?
Well, I had to move. I moved to the beach in Sydney, and they don't let ugly people live here. I'm sorry, one of my potatoes. It's my cheat day. It's a little carb meal.
How many kilos did you lose?
Well, I was probably like 90 when I went on, and now I'm about 75.
Wow. Okay. Believe me, I'd rather talk about diets than about that guy who's just entered the. Are you on a keto diet? Are you eating parsley for dinner?
I did.
He's the Peter of the red-headed girl, I'd imagine.
No, I did F45. I did that 8-week challenge, And the first time I did that, I lost 10 kilos. Hey, can you please be quiet?
You look great. You really look great.
Excuse me, Trump?
I think
I said
Trump.
I said you look great.
From Mr. Trump, that is a kind statement to say.
Yeah,
but do I look
You
better
look
than
like
you?
you look. No. You don't look better than me, but you look great. Just saying.
I appreciate that.
So
Donald?
this is Daniel coming up now, and this guy is, I think, was he a football player, James? Oh, did James disappear again? James is like, I think this guy, he was a footy player. Let's see, let's get the lowdown on him. Yeah, AFL player. He's a lovable American. That's right.
I thought
And
this guy was a highlight reel, and he seems. I think he will be in the top 6. I think he'll make it to the end. He's
Yeah.
got a.
Oh,
You know he
here's his
wants.
backstory. Oh, that's right. Gold Coast Suns.
And then he went to like the Demons or the Saints or something.
Maybe. His strategy, he wants to be a unique, funny weirdo. And
You
his
play
strategy is
AFL.
making people laugh and being an honest, genuine guy. He expects to be the life of the party. Huh. So we'll see about that. What do you think?
My general thought is if you play AFL, you can't be that much of a unique, zany personality. You spent the majority of your life training and lifting weights and playing footy. So, I would leave the unique, fun personalities to the people that played Magic the Gathering and video games by themselves until they were 20. That's my general thought on the matter.
Yeah, and I often think if you say that you're all those things, why would you say you're all those things? Just be all those things. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one ever sits there and goes, "Oh, Richard, what do you want to be?" And you're like, "Oh, I would love to be, an out there, charismatic entertainment supporter." That's just who you are, so people know that, and that's what they talk about.
I'm going to wow people with my use of hair products and anti-aging cream. Yeah.
Yeah, cream. Okay.
Shut up with your cream. I don't really. You know what? I totally picked up, and I'm going to put it all right under my face, right here.
I've got what's your product of choice, Richard?
My product of choice is James Curley. I will say this: you have defied the years, Mr. Curley.
Oh, Richard,
Yeah.
don't even get me started. I was going to play guess Richard's age right now. I would have started with 33.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Same age as Christ when he passed away. Please don't even. No.
How's Michael Beveridge getting his hair out at an awkward moment?
Yeah, I
between
went
Richard
looking, so I just pulled it out.
Wow.
My girlfriend's sitting here watching me, just going, "What the fuck is happening?"
I know he wasn't getting enough attention, so he just brought it down. Okay,
Have you?
this guy? What's his name? Oh, this is this
He's
Ian?
not in the house.
I think this is Ian, and he's from Perth. He's inquisitive by nature, just so you know. Let me see.
Man,
Oh, he has a girlfriend.
He's got a squid. He's got a lucky squid. Is that a sex toy? Are you allowed to bring in a soft sex toy? Is it?
I think you go through your luggage and they probably throw out any sort of like sexual accoutrement.
He
what do you
looks
think?
like a cross between Crocodile Dundee and Peter Allen.
Oh, those are some
Maybe
niche
if they had a love child. Maybe.
What do you think? Which team is he on? It doesn't really say, does it?
I feel
Team
like
Trump.
you're probably best to pick that up.
He loves his job as a waiter. It helped develop his people skills, which he plans to use inside the Big Brother house.
It's a
To
big
be
backpack.
fair,
Big backpack.
leaving your job as a waiter at the start of coronavirus is probably a good move.
Yes.
Mm.
He said he always knows how to make people laugh when he's in a gangbang.
Did you add that last bit?
No, it's right there in his bio.
What? I wish
That's
I could
quite
be.
a- Oh, this is an awkward group meeting here. Fantastic.
Here we go.
Angry driver.
What was the
Awkward.
chick's name in the glitter dress?
Sonia.
That's Zoe.
We missed her.
Oh, there she is. She likes her. Oh. She has a popular blog called The Subtle Mummy.
Huh.
She's a mom. She wants to help other moms get over mommy guilt.
Did you guys see the initial, when all the housemates got named? Did you have any thoughts on the entire range? Because I thought it was a fairly diverse and well-represented bunch. I think, what's the oldest? 50, 53, 54?
Sonia Kruger's age.
Probably, roughly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, the oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a. I think
Not about the Kruger timeline.
That's our North Star, Krugs. And then
No.
our South Star is obviously Curly at about, what, 21, 22 are we looking at?
Will be.
Right.
Now, someone is 62. There's a chick named Marissa, and she's 62. She's a makeup artist. So that's.
Oh, okay, 62 is the oldest.
Yeah, and
Is
they
she
said they
hot?
have to-
Is she hot?
I mean, 62 is probably just a bit old for you, Trump.
No, I don't stop there.
I like
I
that
got
they've
no
What's your-
picky.
creep throat.
Donald? Any limits of age, Donald?
I wouldn't go older than 80. I wouldn't go younger than well, I don't know, 20 maybe.
Oh, thank God you said 20. I was
I
really
know,
nervous for a second. I was really nervous.
I just remembered what we were allowed to say and can't say. So, yeah.
How are you?
I'm loving the show though. It's full of losers.
Well, but I mean, in your opinion, Trump, what's the best reality show outside of Celebrity Apprentice?
Well, the White House. It's a real reality show.
Who's winning at the moment?
Well, I'm winning. Always winning. Winning, never losing. Now that sleepy Joe Biden's there, I tell you what, makes everybody go to sleep. I'm winning even more.
Were you more happy that he won as opposed to Bernie? How did that go for you?
Oh, we all love Bernie. Yeah,
Ah.
Bernie he gives us all a good laugh, but no, Sleepy Joe, we love him. We love him. He doesn't know where he is half the time. So,
You think he'll be alive by the time the elections come?
well, will either of us be alive once the elections come? That's the problem, That's why I've got the bunker to keep away from COVID-19, But
No, it's COVID-19 you're running from in the bunker. I feel like
well, Melania, she wants to run away from me, but
you got her in.
I can't blame her at all. This Marissa chick, get this, she used to do aerobics on TV with her sisters back in the 80s. That was her big claim to fame. So she's used to be on TV doing the whole Jane Fonda thing.
During that aerobics odd style?
Yeah, on TV. Yeah, her and her sisters, they would do morning TV appearances. And yeah, now she's 62. I'm not sure what she's doing now.
Well, she's on Big Brother.
Yeah, now she's on Big Brother. That's pretty good. Oh, and here we go. We got a new person. You're right. It's a multitude. It's a veritable rainbow this year, Michael.
Well, I think that they had to, because I think in past seasons, they went with the logic of trying to create a cast that was aspirational in terms of their desired TV demographic. But I think they've realized now, since Netflix and Stan and all that other crap is out there, why go about trying to attract the 20 to 35 audience when all that's really watching TV now are your 40 plus? So include them in the show. Stop trying to make a bunch of 23-year-old, makeup artists from the Gold Coast famous, and let's put some older and more diverse cast in there, because that's who's actually watching TV.
Interesting. So if we go with your theory here, that there is older people and there's also people from various ethnic and different backgrounds. And that's when you were in there, wasn't it just wall-to-wall white?
Yeah, I think we had one Mauritian girl, but she was only in there for about a week. But it was, and I think Layla was half Maori. But in terms of, clearly people of color, I think this year they're going a lot more a broader range and a more honest representation of Australia. I still think it's
Absolutely.
fairly white, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. This young guy, what was his name? The Asian guy, what was his name?
Alan.
Alan. He sees himself as a bit of a Tim Dormer style master manipulator. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Oh gosh, we
No,
don't. I mean, were you the master manipulator? Were you one of those?
Anybody. I think the best Big Brother people are the people who enter without having any sort of predetermined idea of who they are. Anyone who, because to me, I always say Big Brother should just be like 20 people at a pub. Nobody has any real idea about what's going to be talked about, what's going to happen, but you all end up having a good night. Someone who walks in with a predetermined idea of the kind of person they're going to be, they're not going to be a real representative of who they are. I think they're going to specifically try and be mean or catty or rude. I don't think they're going to be a real representation of themselves. And after 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, that whole personality just falls apart, and you can't maintain that.
It's a real shtick, isn't it? It's a real kind of put on thing, and especially I think that I don't know in Big Brother if honesty really pays off, because you have to form. Don't you have to form alliances and stuff like that?
Well, the problem is in the old Big Brother, there was no alliances. It was more friendships, and I think alliance is just a good reality TV word for friendships. If you've got to vote for people, so obviously you're going to vote for people that aren't closer to you than your friends. But this year on Big Brother, isn't it aren't they talking about it being the combination of Survivor and Big Brother? So there's going to be some need for alliances.
Yeah, because I think, do they vote each other out, or is this the first year where the public gets to vote them out?
Fuck, I don't know. We decide, don't we? Isn't it the audience?
Yeah. So but they don't know what they're saying, like in that secret Big Brother room, right? They could be saying, "Oh, I can't wait to stab her in the back," and then go out and say to her face, "Oh my God, you're my best friend," right?
Well, that just sounds like regular society, really, doesn't it? But the issue, I think, is that we were always the housemates would vote, and then the bottom 3 would go through, and then the public would decide who leaves.
Right.
So I don't know if there's going to be. I don't know. The problem is, I don't think everybody should be up for nomination in the first 2 weeks, because some people's personalities take a while to come out.
Yeah, but you don't want that. You want someone whose personality is going to be boom right off the bat. TV is no place for any shrieking shy violets, as you know.
But if you've got 3 months worth of television to fill, although how long is this season? It's much shorter, isn't it? Is it a month and a half?
Month and a half, yeah.
Yeah, because if I recall in my season, Ben, the original winner, was like 0.3% away from being evicted in the first week, just because he was a bit of a weird bitch. Like, he was really bitchy in his first week, whereas as the season unfolded, he became just an amazingly funny, great storyteller and like a really great personable friend. So you just worry about those people who get knocked out in the first week, who haven't had their real personality, hasn't been able to come out and shine.
Right. So some cute blonde guy just came on the show. Hang on. Let me see what his name is. Hang on. It's Xavier. 23, is a surfer boy. Okay, I like it so far. He's funny. He's polite. Let's see. He admits he can be a bit of a troublemaker, but he doesn't like fake people. Interesting. And he won't stand for bullies. What do you think of that, Trump?
Well, he sounds like my kind of guy already. He really does. Let's take a closer look at him.
I'm still stuck on Alan. I must be on some cursed timeline. I'm using the Channel 7 app.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm on Xavier. He's definitely blonde and really cute. Looks like he has a nice personality, but I'm easily swayed by a nice smile and a good head of hair. Michael, I'm easily swayed by a big head of hair. Why'd you put your hair back up? Did I scare you?
Because I went to eat something and I got a little bit of food in it, and I was like,
Oh God! You just bring that mane around and wipe
"Oh,
your
there
face.
he is." I've just gotten Xavier now. He looks about 18.
Don't shame me.
I'm not shaming you. Everybody's their own personal proclivities. He looks like, if you recall, the last season of Big Brother, Ryan Gins, who won. He looks like him,
He does look a lot like him.
who was, whilst a lovely bloke, perhaps one of the most boring winners in Big Brother history.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
think
that,
they'd run out of
Good.
everyday talent by then, and so it was just a bunch of people that sort of wanted to get famous, I think. This is good. I'm excited about
this chick. This is Angela. She's from Kenya, but she moved here when she was 17. Oh, she moved here to Australia without her parents. Get that? She's strong. She's a bit of a princess. She's married, mom of 2. There you go. But she looks pampered.
Well, is she married? Married mum of 2, was it?
Yes, she's not. Yeah, she's married and she's a mother of 2.
The worst thing about these, Channel 7 would have locked down any sort of social media these people had. So you can't do any of the behind the scenes searching that you'd like to. Where's she from in terms of cities in Australia?
Let me see. She is. It doesn't say where she's. Oh yeah, Perth. She's from Perth.
Ooh. No one has anything bad to say about Perth. They're the weird forgotten brother that is 3 hours behind. So even if you did want to say something bad about them, they wouldn't hear it till next day.
I just went to Perth for the first time this last year, right before the COVID happened, and I got to say I was pleasantly surprised. It was really they spoke good English, and the restaurants were very good. And I went to that Rottnest Island and saw one of those quokka things.
Well, I think it's wonderful. It's just I'm not going to go somewhere that costs the same to go to Japan. I'm going to go to Japan, not Perth. If I can go into an airport and feel like I'm in Brisbane, I don't want to be there.
Fair enough.
I don't want to pay $700 return to get there.
But you'd go up to like Noosa or the Sunshine Coast or something like that because you like the waves and the sun and all of that with your new sculpted body. Huh?
I'm a redhead. I don't like the sun. It's my natural enemy.
Can't you then? But you like the beach. You live down in Bondi.
Yeah, that's just because I got a nice place here, and I go swimming at icebergs. I'm actually from Brisbane. I'm not a massive beach person, but I've sort of had to convert in the same way that I had to lose weight once you move to Sydney. It's like the LA.
Well, the thing is, you say that, but of all the suburbs in Sydney you could have moved to, you moved to Bondi.
Yeah, well, that's where. Yeah, fair enough. Good point. Shut up, Richard.
I mean, no, I'm just saying. You know what? If it were 10 years ago, I would probably live in Bondi, but now I got my doughy dad bod and there's really no point,
Where do you live now?
I live in Surrey Hills.
Fancy boy. I had breakfast there with my mother yesterday.
Oh, did you now? Where'd you eat?
Ruben Hills.
Oh, that's a good place.
The huevo rancheros was delicious. Do you remember the story about the brother house in the Gold Coast burning down?
When was that?
It was maybe this time last year. There's people got in. Mike Goldman said he was sleeping there as a joke. It was the place at Dreamworld in the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Like the original house had just been left there untouched for 5 years.
That's weird. That's kind of creepy.
It was super creepy, and all these YouTubers went in there. Where have they built these studios?
I think is it in Manly?
In Sydney. I thought it was in Melbourne.
No, I thought it was in Sydney. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
I think it's in Sydney. Hang on. Let me look it up. Do you
And
know?
is it in a studio?
It's in what?
Is it in a studio, or like they've got an entire house?
Like
Like
they've got a house.
Right. That's interesting. Curls, aren't you up north? Don't you live further up north?
Hello?
Curls are just popping in.
I'm in Sydney, but I'm out. I'm in Coffs Harbour at the moment, south of Coffs Harbour, so we've got some terrible internet connection. Where are they filming it, Richard? Are you hot on the?
Yeah, I figured
Wikipedia
it out.
search?
It's in Sydney Harbour's North Head. So there you go. It's right here in Sydney.
North Head,
Yeah.
the old army barrack.
Yeah.
Right.
Gross. Look at big spot.
Some good CrossFit studio there for you, Michael. When F45 gets a bit tired, mate, you can step it up and head up there.
Mate,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
What have you been doing for
Have you guys been bonding with each other while I've been tethering my 3G and 4G and 2G?
We've been bad mouthing you all the way around the block, man.
I hate that 5G up at Coffs Harbour, mate.
Wow. Yeah. Everyone's a bit spooked out on the 5G up here. It looks like the contestants, the housemates, have been drinking, having a celebratory beverage to kick things off.
Do you want to know
What
what's
else?
interesting? Everybody always assumes that Big Brother housemates drink a lot. And they're actually, well, in our season especially, we never once had more than 2 drinks. Never.
Really?
Wow.
Mike Goldman says that he
Mike
wants my Joey Dad bod.
Yeah, well, that was
There
part
he
of it.
is.
The absolute lack of alcohol, because they were just worried that bad things would happen. So we had to sort of devise a scheme in that they would bring out, let's say there was 8 housemates left, they'd always bring out 1 bottle of wine, 1 bottle of 1 red wine, 1 white wine, and then maybe 6 beers. And obviously Big Brother would think that we're all going to share it, but we secretly would have discussed that maybe 2 housemates we're just going to get everything, and we try to get them really drunk. And then Big Brother made a producer come and take all the booze away from us. So they're really hardcore on not getting super drunk.
So there's not like a liquor sponsor or something?
I would have loved it if there was, because that we would have had a lot more fun. But I think they're reliant on personalities, not people getting drunk, especially because the public's opinion of Big Brother back in the day, especially with the whole turkey slap thing and all of the negative that came about. They're on thin ice. So I think for their first season back, they just tried to take things a little bit easier.
Well, the turkey slap never even made it onto TV, did it?
I think it might have been on Up Late, because I remember the what is it, night vision footage. So yeah, that was a weird one. I was maybe 20 years old, so I don't particularly.
Yeah.
Very odd.
I did some radio with the chick. Was it Camilla who got turkey slapped?
It was. Camilla had a really great radio career. She was on.
She's a top chick. I'm not sure what she's doing now. She might have moved to Fiji or Bali or something.
Bali. I think she moved to Bali with her and her child, and she lives. She would have been making 250, 300,000 in Brisbane radio, because I was working in Adelaide radio at the same time.
And you were making what, $150, something like that?
A week, yeah. So that's how we got through in Adelaide. But in Brisbane, they're on a spicy amount of coin. So I remember, she was, and she had a reputation of partying pretty damn hard. So good for her.
Really?
Well, if you were getting, what was she? She would have been early 30s in Brisbane. Her kid would have been maybe 6 or 7. So didn't need much baby. I'd be having the best time of my life.
Yeah. Mike Goldman wants to know, what is a turkey slap? Do you want to explain a turkey slap? I'm just going to get the bottle opener. You explain what a turkey slap is. I just threw you under the bus. Go ahead.
Well, a turkey slap is when mummy and daddy love each other very much. That's all I'm going to say, really. Put my thing down. No, Mike, you know what a turkey slap is. It's where you hit someone with your dick, and I don't even know how they came up with the term turkey slap. I think it's terrible. But I went to an all-boys boarding school, so I was very familiar with them. All of them. The turkey slap, the tea bag, the chicken feeder,
Were you often turkey slapped and teabagged?
Everybody was. It wasn't just pick on the redhead. It was a group thing that happened.
Oh, yeah. Teabag the ginger.
A ginger tea bag.
Yeah. Well, actually, that kind of sounds like a Tuesday night for me. Whatever that meant, I'm not sure.
It's all right. I'll let you have that, Richard.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, it should be very interesting to see how this pans out because we're really doing a lot of backstory tonight. We're really not. I want them to do a challenge. I want them. What do they call them? Challenges or tasks? What do they call them?
I'm not sure, but how long have they had to produce this up, right? A lot. They've had a lot of time to produce this up.
Yeah.
So in terms of what the housemates are allowed to bring in, you bring your one bag of luggage.
Yeah.
They go through everything. They threw out a couple of things that I had because it had branded logos on them, and they don't really allow.
Yeah.
There are no. We mentioned it before, but there's no sex toys or anything like that allowed. There's no.
Who would bring a sex? Why would they bring a sex toy?
This dude. Who is this freak? This guy is insane.
Is it Ian? That guy?
Oh, I think he's incredible.
I think he does something with opals. But I think people are just kind of getting to know each other now, and she already gave him the big eye roll.
I think people like him are super interesting and deserve lots of screen time because I don't think Australia gets too much experience with just fucking weirdos.
Should be very interesting. I think I can already see personalities clashing a little bit. This Angela and Ian don't really seem to have hit it off. I think Angela is a bit of a princess and is already rubbing people the wrong way.
Well, the people I hate the most in any reality show are big personalities in terms of My Way or the Highway, or like really big, loud, angry people. Oh, God, they piss me off. That's in life, though, so it could be that's just a me thing. Richard, who did you not get along with in your season?
In which one? Celebrity Apprentice or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Oh, actually, let's do I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah. Or Celebrity Gutter Bottom Trollers. That one.
I mean, a lot of Celeb, Get Me Out of something.
Yeah, that's coming in. Get Me Out of Prison. I got along with everybody, I would say, and I liked everybody to varying degrees. You know, the ones that I wasn't so crazy about left pretty quickly, you know, that I liked them all, but the ones that I was like, oh, what was their name? They left pretty quickly. And of course, Jackie Lambie, I didn't like at first because I just didn't know what to make of her. But then when I realized that she was kind of an equal opportunity offender, it wasn't just me personally that she would, you know, say crazy things to my face. Once I realized that was just her in general, then I kind of got to like her. She was kind of like a scrappy alley cat, you know?
I think that's everybody's opinion of Jackie Lambie. First up, you don't like her. Then you think, oh, you know what? She's just a single mom doing her best with a ice-addicted son. We give her the best intentions that we can imagine. And then she votes terribly on something that doesn't help minorities. So we go back to hating her again. It's a vicious cycle.
Well, do you feel the same way about Pauline Hanson? Because Pauline Hanson was on Celebrity Apprentice, I think.
And that was, look, any sort of media that woman gets, I think, is an absolute fuck up by whichever producer hires talent, because she doesn't represent. She's just a fucking terrible person. She's a terrible person. And as a redhead from Queensland, it kills me that the most famous redhead from Queensland is a racist piece of shit. But that's my opinion.
That's just your opinion. In your opinion, yeah.
But that being said, I would suggest she only has about 3% polling popularity, so it's the majority of Australia's.
Let's see. Angela's already got her feet under the table. Yeah.
I saw that they had a fridge that was full of food, which I thought was pretty interesting. Oh. Angela, you are fantastic. She took right. Oh, did she try and have a sass at Big Brother?
Wow.
People who do that just do my head in because it's like, just shut up. You're not going to win. You're not going to come across as well.
Yeah. Who's Very interesting to see. Like, who's this blonde chick? She's People seem to like her. Oh, she's already busting a move. She's already flirting with somebody.
I wish I could.
And she's already putting the moves on the footy player. Look at her. Let's see. Which one is she? People weren't shagging in your season, were they?
Well, what's funny about our season was it was the first season back. And so
Yeah.
we weren't aware if there was going to be up late or if there was going to be an adults only section. So we were all terrified. So I showered completely like with clothes on for 3 months. If you're aware of the Seinfeld episode, King of Your Castle,
Yeah.
I remained the king of my castle for 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like, okay. So firstly, there's a production company called Cutting Edge that I found out was in charge of editing Big Brother. And the only reason I knew that was that's where when you're a copywriter, you write radio ads, and we would sometimes go into Cutting Edge to record the radio ads. And a friend of mine was an intern there, and they were like, "Oh, we're editing Big Brother." And like the amount of times I would see them like give people thumb drives of someone famous going in to record a radio ad and swearing, I'd be like, it was so easy for footage to get out. So I was just like, I'm not going to be naked because I don't want my mum to see my dick as an adult. So I just remained clothed. We were all terrified and we didn't want to have sex. Well, no one wanted to have sex with me, but still, if they did, I wouldn't have. And the minute we found out that there was no footage like that, like there was nothing adult allowed, as soon as the housemates would have known that, I'm sure a lot of them would have gone hammer and tong.
So we have a snorer. The footy player is a snorer. And I recall I was allowed snorer. We had Dermot Brereton. He was a snorer. Evie Jones, he was a snorer.
100 times.
Did you have snorers in yours?
I sleep like someone who has been heavily concussed his entire life. I can sleep through anything. I'm an amazing sleeper. I don't think we had any snorers. And if we did, I've blacked them out like you do any bad sleep experiences. No, sleeping was the issue with us is you had to get up at some insanely early hour and you had to go to bed when Big Brother said go to bed. Lights were off, be in bed. It was, you know what? Because I went to boarding school, it was very familiar to that. So I was quite used to it.
You're used to the turkey slaps, going to bed early.
The soggy KOs, all of it, really. I was across it.
Because I had no concept of time when we were in the jungle.
Well,
it got dark, but it still could have been 8 p.m. when we went to bed. And I know when the sun came up and the birds would wake us up.
Oh, yeah. But sometimes
that's no concept of what time it is.
Who was the worst snorer in my year? I can't remember. I remember, though, that Ben, who was our winner, he would secretly, like, oh, actually, no, I can't say that. I won't say that. But
What? Say it. Oh, my God, you can't do that.
Well, some people had, Ben was you have some people sleepwalk. Ben was a bit of a sleep wanker.
No.
And he'll admit it. He knows it too. Like he'd tell me, he'd be like, Michael, I woke up at 4 a.m. completely naked with my hand around my dick. Do you reckon the cameras might have picked that up? And I'm like, if they wanted to, I'm pretty sure they would. So it was very confronting.
Because your show was like a 24-hour turnaround, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember because the year after I did a show with Mike Goldman and Shelley Craft where it was sort of like the Friday night games. Yeah. And I got to see the edit suite and just how hard those people work getting, the storylines locked in and figuring out what they do. So, yeah, they had a 24-hour turnaround. This year, there should be zero excuses in terms of having poor storylines. They should have so much time to create really interesting arcs. But again, it's all dependent and pursuant to the talent.
Yeah.
So for us, we've got some good talent. And right now, it looks like we've got a good little melting pot.
I hope so. Are they saying something about him snoring? What are they saying? Oh, he's already talking about strategy and that he feels like he has a target on his back because he's a snorer.
Anybody who thinks they've got a strategy in these shows, actually, I was about to say is an idiot, but then Tim Dormer said he had a strategy and then he went and won. So, you know.
Well, Tim Dormer, he's an equal opportunity manipulator, you know?
Look, he's an equal opportunity guy in all aspects of life, really.
What does that mean?
Well, it just means that I remember I used to before he came out, I think we lived near each other in Newtown in Sydney when I used to live in Newtown a few years ago. And I remember I was walking along some street and he popped out of the bushes and he was like, "Michael!" And I was like, "Oh, Tim, what have you been doing?" And he was just like, "Oh, I was just having a bit of fun with someone in that bush." And I was like, "Okie dokie."
Really?
Yeah, you know, Newtown's the place for it. Why wouldn't you?
Behind
Don't you look at me like
dumpster. Was it behind a dumpster?
No. It was in like a nice little, gardened area.
So he was having public sex with someone?
I'm neither here. I'm not going to confirm or deny these things, Rich.
Said it.
I said he was having some fun, and isn't that our God-given right just to have a bit of fun in life?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not going to get sued. I'm sure his prize money fiance would be like,
because when I was on Celebrity Apprentice with Tim, we were on the same series, and he was still closeted at that point.
Yeah.
And so I always felt as if everyone said, "Oh, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay," and I'm like, you know what? Unless someone tells me they're gay, I just assume they're straight. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. But then when he came out, I was just like, "Oh, well, why didn't you just tell me before?" You know.
Well,
And
yeah,
I also thought he was acting, because he was taking out his frustrations about being closeted onto me. I always felt.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I always imagined. I mean, I think flamboyant, long-haired, sort of verbois people sometimes get pigeonholed as being that just because you're a little bit theatrical, especially in Australia. I think in England, what's interesting is someone like Russell Brand, no one ever really goes, "Oh, they're gay." They're like, "Oh, it's Russell Brand. He's a thespian. He's a Shakespearean. He dabbles so eloquently in relations." Whereas in Australia, if you've got a vocabulary and a little bit of flair, I think a lot of people just like, "You gamer. You gamer."
You get that?
Yeah, I used to a lot back in the day, and I still do, I guess, but I've always got a girlfriend, so.
I believe we call that a beard.
Hey. G'day, folks. How are you?
Hey!
Nice to see you. Enjoying. We've been eavesdropping for the last little bit. I've got a little mate here who I think you all know. Apologies for the okay, we're marking up. We've got Reggie.
Hello.
Hey, Reggie.
What do you think of the show so far?
What do you think of the show?
Oh my goodness. How different is it? It's so different. But I am liking it. I love all the lights.
I'm trying to figure out
the lights. I love all the plants. It's very I'm trying to get my head around the psychological part of it, because each house they design has a psychological thing to, mess with the housemate's head. So
it's very bright. It could be that it's so bright.
Oh, I would go so well in there this year because, I'm going blind. All the lights would bloody do well for me in there.
It'd just be like you'd had 6 beers every time you woke up. It'd be great.
Actually, I might go to that too shot there, Reg.
Which one?
Up there.
Over there?
Yep.
That one?
So the problem is we're only on the first episode, so it's hard to figure out exactly what the housemates are going to do in terms of once shit starts getting bad. Because, Reggie, you'd know better than anyone. When there's the lots of food nights and then the drinks nights, they're all fun and laughter. But 7 days in where you've missed out on getting your luxury food, so you've got to eat your shitty food, and then tempers start flaring. I think the opening nights aren't a real representation of who the housemates are until we start seeing them hungry, tired, tested.
Oh. You get a snippet. Like I can. I'm usually pretty good with picking the housemates that first go in, but yeah, once like day one's always lovey-dovey, hello and love you and all that, but then it's a few days in, that's when you're really going to see the characters.
Are you getting a vibe off of anyone that you like? Is anyone jumping out at you
and
so
all that
far?
kind of stuff, and this year play the game.
Sorry, Richard, what was your question then?
Oh no, I just wondered if you're getting a vibe off of anybody yet. Has anyone jumped out at you? Have you been impressed with anyone or not impressed with anyone?
I really like Kieran. Even like I know they flogged him to bits on the preview and the ads and all that kind of stuff, but I'm liking him.
Right. See, because I'm just irritated by him.
Oh look, yeah. Well, you've got to have an irritating person in each show because that's what makes the show. You've got to have the villain and you've got to have the irritating person.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if everyone was so lovely, it'd be really boring, actually.
Now, that's not Rod Morris sitting next to you, is it?
It is Michael
It
Beveridge.
is.
How are you?
Ah,
Nice to
there's
hear.
another royalty, mate. I tell you what,
Yeah.
Reggie can talk to about Big Brother, but Rod Morris, he was there in 2012 in my season, 2013. He's been around since day one.
Day
Rod-
one.
I did miss series 1. I've been around since series 2, but yeah, been there for all of them since series 2.
Now, mate, you have some insights into the, I guess, the logistics and the technical sides of things. How have they gone about creating this house, and what sort of production, like quality and value, have they put into it from your eyes?
I think the house looks great. The production designer, I believe, Chris Batson, who's done a lot of sets, and if it's someone else, like Michael Bridges or someone that's done it, I do apologise. But I think it looks gorgeous. The lighting, the textures, everything about it looks pretty sensational.
Now, I had a look at the bedroom.
Sorry, Michael?
The bedroom layout is looking quite close to Reggie. When it came time for you to select your bed once you walked in there, because that's a big thing, isn't it? First day, it's like when you move into a new house with your mum and dad. Whichever, picking a bedroom is very important. What was your strategy for picking a bed, Reggie? Did you go? Was there anyone you wanted to get close to, or?
Well, in my house, in my series, we had the two houses. So we had the square house and the circle house. We had two separate houses, if you remember. And then in mine, in the circle house, Ben went in first, and he was there for the whole day. Then they sent Joe in the second day. Third or fourth day, Patrick went in. Then I went in. So those guys already had their beds. I went more towards the toilet area because I pee a lot. So I think I was the second bed away from the loo.
Look, that's my strategy when I catch
So
a.
those guys already had their beds sorted.
Well,
Yeah,
so
you want to be close to the bathroom. That's what not too close so you can smell it, but you want to be kind of close.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
know when
really
I was
smell
younger,
anyone.
I just want to be close to the bathroom because I go to the bathroom a lot at night, and I didn't want to have to be like tripping over people and shit, all of that kind of stuff. But
You
yeah,
don't really want to smell shit, but you couldn't really smell shit, I must say.
I forgot to check what rating is your show? PG, whatever. Ours is a bit adult.
Sorry.
We're no holds barred once we start. At about
Oh,
9:30. We'll be on.
anything goes. Anything. Michael was naked earlier, so we got a
We
big
missed that.
red burning bush.
Was that
Oh,
when he-
orange pubes.
was that when he let his hair down like Rapunzel?
Yes, he did, and a little gnome curled up.
No,
And
we
then-
got a little bit sweary when Richard asked me about my opinion of Pauline Hanson. So we've got to not venture down those paths again. I'm just as a thought, Rod. I heard rumor that the coronavirus sort of shut down production. Was that true at all?
I don't know. Oh, by the way, I'm not working on this one.
I know, but you've got your insight. You've got your finger in every pie.
So word was that, I think it was one of the crew. had come into contact with someone that had it,
Yeah.
but tested negative is my understanding of it.
Right.
Because there was just so much kerfuffle and chat about the show beforehand. And I heard that all the housemates got sent home. And we were like, the crazy thing about that is every housemate would have just assumed that was a challenge up until the moment that they got home. But if you're saying that they didn't get home, then the Daily Mail has led me astray. And when does the Daily Mail ever lead anyone astray?
You'd have to ask the Daily Mail that. They'd probably lead you astray.
Yeah, because I think that someone said that when they went in and told everybody, hey, there's this thing called the coronavirus, things are shutting down. They thought that they were just stirring them up, that they were lying, that there was this thing happening. I don't think anyone went home, though. I don't think they shut down and went back. That's what I understand.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a funny story? On maybe we'd been in the house for maybe 5 or 6 weeks, and all of a sudden Big Brother goes, everybody to the lounge room now. And we were like, oh shit, this sounds cool. And so we all ran to the lounge room and they had the big screen TV up in the middle, and we're all sitting there looking up at it, and there's this static on the TV screen. And so obviously they're making some weird announcement. And so there's static, and then Big Brother's voice comes over and says, housemates, Australia has suffered an Asian invasion. And we're all like, oh my God. And anyway, it turns out they were talking about size, Gangnam Style had swept the nation. And
Oh my God.
yeah. But I'm just thinking in like today's climate, how you could say that and how they could
Hey,
get away with it.
Michael,
Yeah.
because I met you when I first came in and intruded in your show.
Yeah.
I've never spoken to you since, like, after that. Like, was that weird, that challenge that me and Nathan and Pete Timms did, coming in and you weren't allowed to say anything?
The problem, the
And I
problem
jumped in
was
the
because,
pool on your
you know,
back in my clothes.
Yeah. And then I got covered in sunscreen by someone as well. We had, because we had Fitzy come in, we had Nathan, Paul, you, Vesna.
Yeah.
Was it Pete? No, who was? Yeah, Pete. And
Pete Timms.
Was Trevor there as well?
I think Trevor wasn't with me, but he might have come in as
And
well.
like, I grew up watching you guys, and it was just but the challenge was so specific, and it was like if you acknowledge any of these people, you missed out on getting proper food, and we were so fucking hungry. So we would have loved to have just been like, oh, holy shit. But seeing you guys was such a mind fuck. Oh my God.
I was wondering, okay, so food, you wouldn't get food if you said anything to us.
Yeah, so, but I imagine it was really cool for the rest of the country watching to be able to see you guys again. I thought that was really cool.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Come about? Like, did they just call you and fly you up?
I was already here on the Gold Coast.
Oh, easy.
And they said, oh, can you come along? And I'm like, oh, I've got my kids, and I don't know how I couldn't get anyone to look after my kids. And then when I got there, Alex Mavrodikis said, oh, you should have brought your kids. Like,
the kids running around the house there,
yeah.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, they said, oh, you should have brought your kids with you. And I was like, because I was worried I couldn't get anyone to mind them and I couldn't come in and do it. But that was weird going in there. It was really emotional. I was really emotional going in there.
Because it was the same house for you guys, wasn't it?
Yeah, same area, similar house. Well, you know, like they change it each time, but it's like you're going back to your, I don't know, your home. It's weird. Every time a Big Brother series comes on, it's like a piece. You know, it's like, oh, that's my home. It's weird. I don't know if you feel that same way or not.
Well, you would have remembered the story when the house burnt down about 6 months, a year ago or whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
when they burned
just
it
on
down.
a year ago. It was probably over a year, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I remember.
So sad.
Yeah, me too.
I would have liked to have gone and sort of just. I think that they should have just done a big rap party there all the time, but they just closed it down. But yeah, just hearing that it was gone, it was sort of interesting, but in a way, it was sort of cathartic a little bit to have that sort of period. Just it's eliminated and gone.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that the house was still there until the vandals went in and vandalised it, and then they burned it down. I didn't know it was still there.
Oh, Rod was renting it as an Airbnb, so you should have just.
Yeah, bloody tenants, Airbnb. Oh, you guys can't trust the bastards.
Yeah, I don't understand why Channel 9 didn't rent it out as like some form of like fun.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved to have gone back and stayed in there, and like I imagine they could have made a reasonable amount of money renting that out as a party venue.
Well, they did. They did for a while there. There was people that got married in there. And they rented it out for corporate functions and stuff. And why they would have stopped that, I don't know. I suppose because if the show was off air,
Dreamworld sold it. Oh,
well, and I don't think Dreamworld owned that bit of land. Did they? Didn't they have it under a long lease? I think
it was on a yeah.
Just the bit where the house is. It was always owned by Westfield.
And that ended in 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Now we've got a challenge happening. This must be. I like that I've just been talking. I haven't been watching. But what's this challenge looking like? Oh, wow. What the hell? This production
it's pretty wild, isn't it?
Grab these little canisters of something up there. And so they're all trying to use their body strength to swing up, and they have to grab those little things. I'm not sure what's in them. It could be napalm. I'm not sure. Oh, they have to put a little ball on top of each of these canisters. See, there you go. And no one has done it yet.
Look, here's my issue with any
form. She got one.
My issue is anytime these challenges come about, you can clearly see the type of people who benefit from them. It's the physically abled, it's the fairly strong, people who are like the scrawny, skinny, nerdy, weird, elderly. They're going to suffer with any sort of these physical activities. So I hope that in the long term, the challenges are sometimes cerebral, not just physical.
Oh my God, you are just too new age for me talking that shit.
Well, I just don't want the strong people winning every time.
Well, yeah, but I think there's plenty of mind games going on around the Big Brother house. There always has been in other seasons, and so I think that those people that aren't as physically abled as others have other strengths that they can use to their advantage. Don't you think?
Yeah, but they're hot. That's like they get Instagram careers once they get out. That's their benefit.
Oh, the ones that are physically able, they're hot and they get those?
Yeah, they get the 100,000 followers and the skinny me tea diets, and they get the, that's their benefit.
Tea diets.
Think of the ugly people, Richard.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. Hey, but get this. I just realized that there's a bunch of people that aren't in the house yet. There's still other housemates that have to come. What is that? They come later?
Tonight, 12.
On our night, we had, I think, an extra 3 people come on the very end. One of them included Ben, who was the eventual winner.
Yeah, because there's this kind of flamboyant guy, Garth. He hasn't come in yet. And I think that one guy who did the nude photos, Chad, he's clearly not there because I haven't seen him.
Yeah, there's no Chad. Have we just been told? We're going to say, massive thank you to Reggie and Rob Morris.
I've got a crap cable there. So wonderful to see you all. And as you can probably see over my shoulder, we did a little. We came up with a whole new format. We've got people just sitting on a lounge watching TV. Being Mike Goldman and Rick.
Yeah, there's Mike Goldman.
We did that earlier, so we actually got a little bit of a sneak peek of the show. So we'll be cutting that up into some bits and pieces later. So, and you've got to keep an eye on Mike Goldman's Big Bro show. He'll be using that on there as well. So watching TV, find it entertaining.
I'm into that. Thank you very much for coming along, guys. Rod Morris, great to see you. Reggie, always a pleasure, an absolute star in the game. So hopefully we'll be seeing you guys again soon.
Lovely to see you guys. Enjoy the show. We'll keep watching, and we'll be on about 9:15. So if you got nothing else on, stay on. We're going to be giving away. If you want to play trivia, you can win one of these wonderful DVDs from 2003. Someone could get the opportunity to get that. We'll tell you all about that. But apart from that, we'll see you. We'll be doing this once a week, so 15 minutes after whatever the Monday night show is. So much love to you all.
You got it. Bye, guys. Thank you.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye, Rod. Bye, Reggie. Mm.
How cool is that?
What a setup! Makes house look like shit.
I know. That is really good. So they have a show coming on after this?
I think it might be separate on Facebook, perhaps. I like it that we've just been told that Curly has an NBN blackout in his town, which means he's going to struggle to get back on.
Oh, wow. And he's getting paid the most to do this show. Shit.
Wait, he's getting paid? What the hell?
What? Oh.
I tell you what, I'm still watching. Has someone won on your vision yet? I've got someone with.
It looks like the blonde chick may have done pretty well. She was kind of strutting her stuff.
Who's this girl? I like her.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm a little bit behind. But this girl, I like her. I really like her. She seems cool.
Yeah, that's Laura. She's from Melbourne. She's fierce, fabulous, and unique. She has good vibes, she says. She's raised in Melbourne. She's Fijian and Australian. She dropped out of school at 17 to pursue dance and has never looked back.
Well, she came second in this, so maybe she should have spent more time learning how to put small little balls on top of cups.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. That's that
We also
catty
have-
shit.
We also have a 19-year-old that isn't in the house yet, a chick named Sarah. So, yeah, there's at least 3 people that aren't there yet. Is Shane there? Is there anyone named Shane?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, and
But
there's another guy, Su Bong.
Oh, that's the delivery driver, the Korean fellow, I believe.
Yeah, he's 48. Gosh, he looks young.
Well, you know what they say, yellow don't mellow, I believe is the phrase.
Is that what they say?
I've heard it.
I
You know,
never
they say,
heard that one before.
they say black don't crack and
What do they say about red?
red should never be seen and put into a dark room and left behind. Doesn't rhyme, but it makes more sense.
I think you guys are like kind of like unicorns. You're very rare.
Don't. Thank you, Richard. I'll take that.
I think you should. I meant it as a compliment. What do you think, Trump? You're kind of a redhead, aren't you?
Well, I'm just a natural winner, basically. But I think Michael would look great with a comb over. Actually, would look fantastic.
I could probably try one.
Okay,
Let's give it a go. Because Trump,
swoop,
when you
swoop it over, baby, swoop it over.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow, wow.
Wow.
What's up, ladies? Hold on.
I like it. No, leave it down. I like it down.
That looks like I
like
have.
it. Swoop it around again. Swoop it.
Yeah, like you're on a stripper pole. Come on, let's see your best stripper pole. There you go, J-Lo. Come on, work it.
Hello, ladies. Hello, gentlemen.
That's the way.
There he goes.
Wow, go. Oh, that's great. That's great.
There he goes.
Hello, who's that?
Oh, he's giving us the full treatment there.
She's not very happy about that.
Wow. I saw something like that in Thailand once.
He whips his hair back and forth. He whips his hair back and forth. I like it.
So what's the prize of this challenge that they're doing right now?
I think maybe they get to eat.
That's always good. That's a benefit. That's something that we
Yeah.
always look for.
Did they ever starve you guys?
Yeah, I remember talking to, I think it was either Alex Mavrodakis or
Was Alex the producer on your show? The executive
Yeah,
producer?
Alex and Chris Blackburn, I believe, were the bosses on our season. But
Because
I remember,
Alex was my boss when I was in the jungle.
yes, I remember. He's a wonderful, wonderful, absolute piss rack of a human. And I've got a lot of time for him. I remember that we had to break into my house in Adelaide to watch the State of Origin when they were there last time because there was it wasn't being played anywhere in Adelaide. But
He does
Yeah.
Love Island too.
his knowledge of reality TV contestants would just be next level. Like and every single one of them's try to stay in contact with him afterwards because obviously, there are more opportunities. So I can just imagine the sort of messages he gets sent constantly from people wanting in on shows.
You think? Did you
Oh,
ever send it home?
No, I've never did because I went straight to radio, and so I don't really like TV very much because, as you would know, there's a lot of hair and makeup, a lot of time. Whereas radio, you can just walk in, sit down, get it done, leave.
Yeah, but you were doing morning radio, right?
Yeah, but that was the best because your job was done by 10 a.m.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's you give up your life though, don't you? When you get
What
up
life?
there.
What life? What life did you think I had to live? I was happy giving it up. So okay, hold on. I'm trying to get this to.
So Darren Oakley wants to know, what do we think of the new Big Brother voice? He prefers the old one.
Oh, 100%. Leon Murray is the voice of Big Brother and has been forever. And I can understand Channel 7 wanting to deviate from that. But Leon Murray's voice is just so great. One of the interesting things about Big Brother that you don't really know as a viewer is obviously the main Big Brother, he can't be there 24 hours a day. So anytime you would hear Leon as the voice of Big Brother, you knew something was happening in the house. You knew there was a challenge planned, a surprise eviction, something that would require the actual, I think we called him Showtime Big Brother, maybe?
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh shit, something's happening. And then we had a female Big Brother as well. And then we had.
Let me just see what this chick has to do. She might have to evict someone. Hang on.
Which 3 housemates would you like to nominate for eviction?
Oh, she has to nominate 3 people to be evicted. The chick who won that competition.
Oh, that was her prize.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time.
Oh wow. Oh, you
Good
couldn't
get on her bad side.
Did anyone look like they were having a sass with her? Okay, into the diary room. I'm just going to turn it up.
Should be very interesting to see. I think she doesn't like the one that you liked.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't think she likes the sassy dancer, Laura.
The other housemates will then decide who will be the first to be evicted from the house tonight.
Oh, wow. So she picks 3 people up for eviction, and then the other housemate, who's of those 3, who's going to be the first to go?
Yeah. She might be kicking out the Kieran from Adelaide, the bad driver.
You just pick someone, like you get an idea of who the house hates already.
Oh, 100%. She doesn't
Laura,
trust him. She's got
Laura.
one person. Laura, Kieran. Oh, she's already crying
Classic.
because it's such a hard choice. Who is it?
Who is your second nomination and why?
Oh, she's going to pick Daniel.
Oh, not Kieran. He's a lovable
yeah,
honey.
Kieran.
He's a big chunky sweetie.
I think he wants people to like him too much. But
No, she had to have picked someone else. So she picked Laura, Kieran, and we don't know who the third one is, unless I missed it.
and I don't
She's
know
always
why.
crying.
This is Big Brother. Who is the third
Oof.
and why?
Who is it?
All housemates.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Oh, she's already crying. Okay, here we go. Nominations.
You know what strategy she should nominate herself?
Why is she crying already? Would chicks like that cry all the time?
Guys and girls were crying on our season super quick. An interesting fact about the first, on our season, and I think on a lot of people's seasons, because you've been in lockdown for 2 weeks, you haven't been speaking. You go into the house, you've got 20 of these massive personalities. So we all talking. Every single person in my house lost their voice. And they had to run the first night's episodes for 2 nights, I think, because for the second and third night, none of us could talk.
Oh.
Massively sick.
Oh, God, I want to see because she picked 3 people, right?
We should pick 2, but I didn't hear who the third was.
No, I didn't either, but there has to be 3, they said.
Oh, well, Darren, you've got to give people credit where you can try to. But I think her nominating herself would be a good strategy move.
Oh, Zoe's the third one.
Zoe, which one was she?
Exactly.
I haven't been watching. I've just been listening and talking.
No, let me see. Which one was Zoe? Zoe. Oh, she was the very first chick in the spangly kind of glitzy outfit. She was the yummy mummy, the subtle mummy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so she could go. God. Well,
Right. I reckon Zoe's going to go.
yeah. Oh, look, Sam. What's Sam and
Kieran and Zoe. Good luck.
what are Sam and Kashi talking about there? Hi, Sam and Kashi.
Hi, Sam and Kosh. Thank you so much for joining us. David Kosh, congratulations on having such a wonderful AFL club that you are the president of.
Oh, is he president of a club?
Port Adelaide, which is my team, so I actually have to secretly love him.
Oh.
Oh, look at that footage.
It was so different back then. It got really raunchy, didn't it?
It did. It really did. There was a lot of. There's Camilla. There's David. I remember that Farmer Dave. He was a great character. I loved him.
Such a nice guy.
Oh, and just him coming, because I played football in Toowoomba, so I know what it was like in Toowoomba and everything. I remember the halfback in my rugby union team went to school with him, and he was just so homophobic. So I can imagine how tough it would have been for David.
Oh, the guy was homophobic?
Oh, yeah. Everyone in Toowoomba is homophobic. It's a horrible, horrible city, town,
He's
region.
really been like a man of his word, kind of. He is what he says he is. He does all this stuff with animal rescue, and he really is a farmer.
Yeah, wonderful person.
Yeah.
Those "Where Are They Now" lists are always very interesting because it sort of reminds you just how good Chrissy and Fitzy got it.
Yeah.
Like those two, geez, they're just talents. And I think working in radio for a while, it was just so interesting to find out how much people in radio hate reality TV contestants just because they come in and take their jobs, I guess. Which I can empathize with.
It doesn't happen as much as it used to. I think, well, look what happened when Sam Frost, they put her on radio with Rove, and that didn't go very good.
Well, that's because they pinned their entire hopes and dreams around a guy whose reason for success was things like this. Or it was his looks to camera and his quirky looks and appeal. That was what was interesting. To see on radio, Rove never works. And to put Sam Frost, I think Sam Frost was quite good, to put her on Sydney Breakfast, that's one of the dumbest programming decisions anyone in radio could have possibly ever done.
Yeah, I thought it was I thought that Rove did pretty good, and he was carrying her. I mean, his back must have hurt. He was carrying her so much. I just felt and what I heard, they never even did a chemistry test between them. They just put them on the air and expected them to have chemistry, which is ridiculous.
Oh, look, we both know that the decision making at 2Day FM probably wasn't as seamless and well thought out as it could have been. Dan and Maz should still be the breakfast show there.
Dan and Maz were really very entertaining, I thought. Really.
They were great. And I think, what did they give them, 9 months? They forgot to push record on the first eviction. I didn't know about that. That'd be hilarious. That'd be an absolute little gag.
Okay, so when they do this, right, hang on. But okay, so those 3 people are up for eviction. Does someone get evicted tonight?
I reckon they'll do because the show finishes in 10 minutes. So either they get evicted tonight or I don't know.
I think that they promised there was going to be an eviction every night. Is the show on once a week, or how often is it on?
I think it's going to be on every second night, maybe.
Right. We really did our research before we came on this show, clearly.
I tell you what, When it comes to preparation and organization, Michael Beveridge is the first name in the biz that you come for. I don't even know the names of everybody correctly.
Oh yeah, you do. You do. Okay,
I like Alan.
Okay, so what's his name? What's the chubby boy from Adelaide? What's his name?
Remember, I'm. This is what I'm seeing.
Oh, what's his name?
That's Kieran.
Kieran, that's right. And what is the footy guy's name?
He started at the Gold Coast Suns. He's 28. That's all I know.
Daniel.
Daniel was my third answer. That was going to be my third answer.
I know, it's so close. And then there's Alan. Why are they showing Alan now? Is Alan up for eviction? I don't think he is.
No. Kieran.
You know, when you play it in the way that he's played it, and he's made a few mistakes along the way that people are going to catch on. What do you reckon?
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So it's on tomorrow, 3 nights a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you look up, it says right on
You know what? This is actually quite interesting, right? So they let them know that they're up for eviction. So you've got 3 people who are just freaking out, trying to create some form of an alliance or trying to create some form of like friendship benefit thing.
Yeah.
And so they're saying Kieran's trying too hard to get people on his side.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to evict the single mom.
No, they'll evict the single mom.
You know what? They're spending a lot of time on Kieran. I don't think he'll go.
No, they want you to think he will.
Also, when you're in there, like, you don't want the worst person to go first. You want to keep them in because that's an easy gimme the next time you're up against them.
Oh, yeah. And I think that he's irritating. Kieran's irritating. That means he's good TV.
And also, I love keeping irritating people on TV with other housemates because it's like sucked in. You don't just get to hang out with cool people. It's like a workplace. You got to hang out with the idiots.
Like me.
Hey, come on now. You know,
exactly like you. So who do you think Trump is going to go?
Well, I sort of like the chick that looks like Paris Hilton. I think you're the crybaby. I think she's good.
She's the one that nominated the people, but I can see where you'd like her.
Exactly. She's a good strategist, and that's where I'm coming from. In fact, I'd like her on my team.
Right. Does she look
classic gags. So this must be eviction night because they're all dressed up reasonably well.
Are they? Oh, let's hope. Some people aren't getting a lot of screen time, like the pretty surfer boy. I hardly even seen him at all.
Well, he's not going to go.
But he's
one of the interesting things you see in the edit is people that you don't see in the first week or two. They understand. The editors know that they're going to have a stronger storyline in the middle months. Anyone who gets a lot of screen time in the first 1, 2, 3 weeks, I don't generally think they're going to last that long. Oh, eviction coming?
Oh, is there an eviction coming?
They've got to go to the eviction room. And let me tell you, as a Big Brother person, you never, ever want to be the first voted out. That would fucking suck.
Big Brother, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it has to be. I think the show finishes at 9.
Yeah. So they're going to come right back out and then kick someone to the curb?
Well, someone will go and the show will be over in 1 minute.
Well, doesn't Sonia then have to say, oh, your time what was it like in there? Doesn't she have to do that talk?
He was in there for 1 hour. How good can his day be?
You are a heartless bitch. God.
You could have been better. Be better and you won't get evicted.
Yeah, you should be that person that comes out. Oh, so you're a real loser. You were in there for an hour. How's that feel?
I'll be interested in seeing how this goes.
See, the thing I love about Sonia, she never has an unkind word to say. about anything or anyone. She always just puts like a positive, rosy light on everything. In my experience, I don't know. You might know better.
No. Sonia's absolutely fantastic in my experience as well. But I'm sure she's probably said some. Look, I don't know. Who knows? She's Sonia Rygar. She's on breakfast TV shows, and sometimes those shows are just, everybody smiling and being nice. Sometimes I want a little bitchiness from it.
Oh yeah. Well, don't forget I was on Today when Carl and Georgie and Lisa were all on, and best friends.
Oh, they love each other on the show. When is this eviction happening? This is all I've got. This is all I'm sitting there watching.
Oh, what? Oh, because you're watching on the thing. Oh yeah, I think it should come back any second now. Maybe Trump should come back and entertain us a little bit. Maybe you got the scoop.
So in terms of, I only know Kieran so far. So okay, very good. Do you know how much we got paid?
Kieran snoring? I thought. No, actually, he wasn't the snorer. You're confused, Darren Oakley. Yes, it was Daniel, the footy guy, the pretty boy. He can stay a little bit longer. I agree exactly, Darren. But they haven't shown the pretty boy at all yet. Oh.
Well, I mean,
Darren has a lot to say, doesn't he?
The original, I think Gretel was better at hosting. I think you want someone who, like I say, Sonia never has a bad thing to say about anyone. Gretel used to go hard in the paint. She hammered some people. Remember that interview? I don't know if there was a guy called Michael, and he was sort of saying, "Oh, you guys did some sneaky editing of me," and then Gretel was just like, "Blah blah blah, you're dead." And it's great viewing on YouTube if you want to give it a look.
Darren put him in his place.
Oh, it was incredible. Whereas Sonia would just be like, "Oh well, a smile's worth a bag of rainbows," or something.
The funny thing is, and this is true because Alex, the executive producer back in the day, told me that they can never make you say anything you didn't say. So they may have picked all your bad moments, but you said them. You did them.
One of the things I always say, anytime someone gets me on the phone to talk about it for an interview or anything, I have no connection to Big Brother anymore. I have no connection with Channel 9. I'm a completely independent free person who does my own independent free things. And the thing that annoys me or weirds me out the most is people think that Big Brother tells people what to say or producers script it. There is zero scripting. There is no scripting. There is no pre-written anything. Everything that happens in the house is real. The entire 3 months that I was in there, we only saw a producer once, and that's when one of the housemates' mothers died, and so we all had to sort of go say goodbye to him, and he left. But yeah, what you see is real. It's unscripted. They can push people in certain ways and be like, I
think they're back.
Righto. Now you're going to be ahead of me, so you just tell me who goes.
Oh no, that's not fair.
Because I'm going to be watching 30 seconds behind you, so we need to react.
Do you want me to tell you when it happens, or do you want me to pretend like I don't know till you know?
No, you just say, you talk me through it, like you would a commentator.
All right. So here they are. They're in a new eviction room. We have never seen this room before. It's dark and sexy, and wow!
I'm sure they're not in the closet. You're not in your little dungeon.
Zoe has the girls out. She's like, if this is my last spot on TV, I want to show my everything.
Okay, very good. God bless her. Okay, let's see.
Oh my gosh. They're even talking about how good she looks.
But it's actually pretty. Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a very relaxed eviction room.
Oh, and here's Sonia's right outside.
Oh yeah, because when you got evicted in our house, you had to get straight onto a golf buggy and you would drive maybe 500 meters up into the stage on the Gold Coast where all the live audience was.
Oh.
So there was a weird 4 minutes of just sitting there in a little golf cart, just being like you'd be seeing someone you'd never met.
So she says the first time we're going live. So, oh, hang on. Here she is, Sonia. We haven't really seen much of Sonia.
Right, yeah, no, I'm a little bit behind you, so I'm just going to listen to you.
Okay.
I think it's really good because we learned today that you can be up for nominations 3 days in.
Yeah.
And you're not safe. It's really important to be making an effort.
So they've already been here 3 days. So this is day 3.
Right, okay.
So you don't want to sit around and go, well, I didn't really get to know her. Or him.
Do you feel like you've made some connections?
Hmm.
Yeah, I really think I have.
Did you feel you made good connections by day 3?
I couldn't speak by day 3. I couldn't remember anyone's name also. You had to remember like 20 people's names. So by day 3, you have no idea who anyone is, and somebody leaving is less than a blip on your radar.
So when they go, you're like, oh, bye, friend.
See you, mate. Catch you later, legend.
It was so funny. I had one campmate in the jungle who I couldn't remember his name, and he was a celebrity, and I'd be like, "Oh, there's Mike," and they're like, "Who's Mike?" I'm like, "You know Mike." That wasn't his name.
Oh, who was it?
I can't say, but I didn't really have much time for it.
Tell me, Richard.
No. We get along just fine, but it's just it was a lot. You're hungry. You're starving in the jungle. That's the thing. You're so starving that
Did you
get someone's name. The what?
Did you lose weight when you were in there? Because obviously,
Oh my God, I lost 14 kilos.
You know what? It's the real Biggest Loser. You know how they talk about Biggest Loser being the weight loss show?
Yeah.
Survivor, I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, Big Brother. Those are the real weight loss shows.
I know, but the thing is, when I was doing my internet stalking and YouTube stalking of you, because I wanted to get all caught up on what you've been doing now, I mean, you were like a shadow of your former self.
Yeah, I remember anytime someone does like, and Michael's coming on, and they'll put a photo from like 2012, and I'll just be like,
I know. So I'm going to get all your diet tricks when this show is over. You're going to tell me exactly what you did, because you can't eat normal food and look the way you do.
No, the rule is nothing out of a packet. If it's got packaging, you don't eat it. And unfortunately, beer has packaging, Richard.
Well, what about are you doing the keto thing? Are you doing intermittent fasting?
I usually only eat once a day, roughly twice a day, once or twice a day. I have black coffee in the.
Oh my God, did you freeze on me? Oh my God, he froze on me. I'm alone now. Great. Okay, so Michael, come back. Please come back. Okay. So we have Laura is kind of fighting for her life. Laura's kind of a Alicia Keys type. Kind of reminds me of that. Very soulful. She seems real. She doesn't really seem to have a real effervescent personality. And sometimes it takes an effervescent personality to survive. So she could be the first one to go. You never know. Ah. Oh, well, I guess that's how you say it. Okay, there it is. Where the hell did you go?
I was tethering off my phone, and my phone died. Because I was looking at your season of I'm a Celeb, get me out of here, and my phone died.
Oh, you were trying to figure out which one I called Mike?
I know. I was like, maybe it was... Anyway, my phone's dead. Okay, so have we announced an evictor person yet?
No. Hang on, they're about to. Oh, everyone else votes at this point. She does look like Paris Hilton, that one chick.
I thought this was supposed to finish at 9 o'clock. So how much longer are they
It
running?
started a little late.
But I didn't think with networked shows you could really run past time.
It's Australian TV, mate. They do what they want.
Well, they're hanging on by a thread, so I guess they'll take anything they
I
can.
know. This Nana's got to get to bed.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting here going like, I've got a big day tomorrow.
Oh, what is your big day tomorrow? Yeah, what's your day consist of?
I'll get up at about 10:30, and I will maybe take my ducks out for a little bit of a walk in the front yard in Coogee, and I'll get a coffee. I will
Is that where you
then
live, Coogee or Bondi?
in Coogee.
Oh, I thought you lived in Bondi for some reason.
Oh God, I'd never live in Bondi. It's fine, but Coogee I think is a little bit more something nicer about Coogee. I think.
And so, are you really?
You can't
close
go from.
to the beach?
Yeah, I'm on Coogee Bay Road, like maybe 200 meters from the beach. Yeah, it's quite good.
But you don't surf, do you?
No, but I mean, I lay on the sand better than most.
Darren
I guess
thinks
it could-
Laura is going. I'm with you, Darren. I definitely think Laura is going.
I like Laura. Laura was the one that I quite liked. She reminds me of Estelle from my season, maybe, because they're from Melbourne. And they're like, ooh, I'm sassy and yada yada. Even though I didn't like her, I just
She
think it's
reminds
important
me
that
of Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys is a queen, an absolute queen.
No, she
That
is.
defies
Hey,
age.
I'm
Her and
with
J-Lo
you.
have
I'm with
no.
you there. She is a queen. However, that kind of laid back, soulful personality, it's not really great TV.
She just needs to make sure that there's someone on there who can rile her up and make sure that she's sort of not just gets more sparkly personality out of her.
Well, she should have gotten into.
So we've got Kieran.
Yeah, Kieran, Laura, and
Zoe.
what's her name?
Zoe?
Zoe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kieran's going to go.
You think Karen's gonna go?
Kieran's going to go. From what I can see of him, he's just seems like a bit of a punish. And I think a universal thing is that people don't like hanging out with punishers. So I
Are you
reckon.
a bit of a punish, though?
No, I am a fucking legend, Richard. Don't you dare.
Well, look at that Tim Dormer. He's a fucking punish, and he went all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not saying it's a winner thing. I'm just saying I don't think that they're going to go straight away. So when are they going to
I
end
wouldn't mind if Kieran went, just because he's not my cup of tea. I don't know. No one's really. I really haven't gelled with anybody.
I've gelled with you, Richard. I've gelled with
I
you.
know. We've bonded forever.
You know what? Friends become enemies. Enemies become friends. We live, we laugh, we learn. And together, this is Takeover TV.
I love.
I say that because we're getting
God, we need a big dance anthem. Dun, 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 yeah, celebrate good
I like that we're getting wrapped up. They're like, you can wrap up now if you like, guys. Who knows how long this is going to go for?
Oh well, God, I guess we're really boring.
That's fair.
I was just about to do an outfit change, but I guess not.
I'll tell you what, your hair's maintained its style and integrity, just like Trump's has. So, together.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just realized I think I'm losing my hair in front a little bit.
It looks beautiful, Richard. It really does.
Oh, well, thank you. Are you going to pee on me now?
Oh boy.
But yes.
Silence is golden, as is his.
And so is the shower.
Yeah, baby.
I think I shut him up.
No, the smile just became a little bit more elongated. Yeah, who knows when is this? How long do you reckon they're gonna what's happening on your screen now?
Oh, it's still a commercial. Well, I don't know, because don't all the contestants need to go in and then?
Oh, they've got to cast their vote and explain who they're voting for. Oh, so this is probably 10. How dare.
Well, if you want to hang around, I'm all for hanging around. But if you want to go, I'll go too. It doesn't matter to me.
I've got 7% left on my laptop.
Uh-oh.
That should be it. I'll stay until my laptop runs out because I've have to.
Well, hey, what have you been doing? Because you haven't been able to go to F45. What have you been doing?
I've actually just been nothing. I've been. My girlfriend's looking at me going nothing.
Nothing.
No, I think. I don't know.
You've been running?
Relaxed a little bit. No, Richard. Today, I don't think I did more than 100 steps.
This is going to be good. Oh, yeah. I think it could be Kieran. Kieran's very irritating. Oh, now each person has to go and like say who it is. And the blonde Paris Hilton one, she's having a guilt attack. I did this. Oh, it's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, it would have been someone else if it wasn't you. So what's the point? So everyone will go and nominate. They'll go to another ad break, and then they'll do the announcement, I think.
Oh, come on.
1 second. I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, so Laura, she has thrown Kieran under the bus. Good move. Good move. See, but here's where the pace always starts to bug me. It just starts to, they're like, oh, God. So, Alan. Oh, another vote for Kieran. 2 people have said Kieran.
Oh.
Oh.
It's only like today that our connection, started. So I think it's a little bit late.
Angelo wants Laura to go, your girlfriend.
I like that my girlfriend just heard that and went, excuse me? So Zoe, Kieran,
Casey to the diary room, please.
Laura.
Casey, who would you like to evict and why? Thank you, man. You may now leave the dining room.
Oh, they're cutting around a lot. They're not saying everybody.
Would you like to evict and why?
I'd like to evict Zoe.
Zoe?
As much as I like the person, she's a strong contender in this
Who's
game.
saying that?
The older chick, the 62-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And why?
Ian to the diary room.
This is some good pacing here.
I'll see you again.
Who's gonna go? You think Kieran still?
How many people have they listed? Like, have they shown that Kieran was getting more votes, or Zoe, or Lauren, or about the same?
They were pretty fair what they show.
And I have the final result.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. I say Kieran.
Yeah, same.
Zoe, you received 3 votes.
Zoe got 3. Kieran. Uh-oh.
You received 2 votes.
What?
Laura, unfortunately, you received 6 votes and you have been evicted.
Oh my God.
Laura.
It's because Kieran sucks so badly that no one wants to kick him out because they know he's an easy out.
Laura was a strong, mellow woman. Not a great charismatic personality for TV, as I said, but these are the people in the house who are kicked her out.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't kick out someone who
Are there tears?
boring or not. Oh, hello.
Are they really crying up? G'day, guys. I've got a bit of 4G. I've got minutes of 4G coverage. I'm saying hello. What have I missed?
Did you watch
hello
the
and
show?
goodbye. This was
Yeah,
interesting.
Laura's gone. But people were crying, saying goodbye to her. That's got to be a stitch up. That's got to be
It's
crocodile tears.
ridiculous. The tears that happened. Oh, Darren, he knew that it was going to be Laura. It wouldn't have. wouldn't have
I
had been
think-
much screen time there. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
What have we got?
Ben-
Baggage sponsors, sponsors. What have we seen so far?
Mostly Richard and I talking absolute garbage.
How are they paying for this year?
I reckon we'll be seeing some pretty heavy product placement coming through.
This, like
Yeah.
in the car going away, like that's very Celebrity Apprentice.
It is. It is indeed. Getting
Yeah.
going.
Did you ever do Celebrity Apprentice, James?
A little bit. Only your episodes, Richard. Only your episodes.
No, but were you ever on it? Because you'd be great on that show.
No, I never did. Never did. Yeah, maybe. I didn't give it a
You're
go. What's
above
going on?
reality. You're above reality, mate. Come on.
Oh, mate, you never, you never.
Everyone
Above it.
thinks they're above reality until they're on the show.
Was that a nude bloke? Was this promo? What's on now?
I
Fake
think it's
snow.
a promo. They do have some new people coming on the show.
Oh.
All right.
Well, Laura's won. Laura's gone. So, that was a solid first episode. I look forward to learning a whole bunch of new names for the next ones because there's got to be about double the housemates coming through because there was only about 10 people in there.
Yeah.
We'll drop another 10 in for sure.
Well, they got Chad coming on, the nude one. There he is. Wow. All right, you guys. It has been a pleasure. A hoot and a half.
A treat by none.
James, I felt like I just didn't get enough of you tonight.
I'm coming back on an NBN connection, a fiber optic connection for the next time, boys. I'm not sure how long this one will last. We lost our NBN here today, so apologies. I've been very scarce. But Michael, what are you eating? You've been snacking heavily, I've noticed.
I made some absolutely brilliant roast potatoes in my Le Creuset pot, and they're divine.
Okay, they look pesto.
A little bit of roast garlic in there.
A lot of pesto. A lot of something going on. Richard, do you ever eat? Do
I eat solid food?
Yeah.
I'm on a drip. I'm on an IV drip. Yeah, I've been eating chicken, but I'm telling you, Michael's miraculous weight loss has really got my head spinning. I'm always looking for weight loss tips. He says that he doesn't eat very much and that he usually exercises, but I think there's been some surgery.
It's just
That's not a diet.
Oh, Jodie Ann, thanks, guys. Hope to see more of you soon. That's what we said to Richard as well. I want to see more of you as well. I'm going to bounce now, guys. I'm going to go jump in the shower. It's been a treat.
All right.
All the best.
All the best. Bye, guys. See ya.
Yeah.